thorough diagnostic arthroscopy of the affected shoulder joint was carried out to identify the lesion. Standard anterosuperior and anteroinferior portals were made along with the posterior portal. With the help of a probe, the integrity of the labrum was checked all around. The labrum was found to be detached from 6 to 9 o'clock position. Posteriorly, only one portal was sufficient as we were able to reach all parts of the lesion through this portal. Viewing through the posterior portal, one tissue liberator was brought through the anteroinferior portal and the labrum was detached from the glenoid nicely. The loose fibrous tissues were removed with the help of a motorized saver so that the underlying cartilage lesion is nicely visible. Now switching the portals and switching the scope to the anterosuperior portal, we can further see the lesion very nicely and the labrum can be liberated further from the glenoid surface with the help of a tissue liberator and the rasp so that the labrum can be brought to the margin of the defect and it can be advanced. The cartilage lesion was treated with microfracture to promote the bleeding and to enhance the healing. Suture lasso was brought through the posterior portal, passed through the capsule and the inferior part of the labrum, and chia was passed, which was retrieved through the anteroinferior portal. A suture tape was loaded over the chia, which was passed through the labrum and the capsule into the posterior portal. And the second limb also retrieved through the posterior portal. And then a pilot hole for the knotless suture anchor was created on the margin of the defect instead of the margin of the glenoid, so that the labrum will come and attach to the margin of the defect. And once it is done, and the knotless suture anchor was passed through the pilot hole and sutures are pulled, you can see how nicely the labrum has come to the margin of the defect. Now the suture is driven in and both the limbs of the sutures were cut flush so that there will be no suture nuts on the face of the glenoid. Similarly, the second bite was taken with the help of the lasso through the upper part of the capsule and the labrum, and the chia was retrieved through the anteroinferior portal, and both the limbs of the passed suture tape were retrieved through the posterior portal. The pilot hole was created on the upper part of the margin of the defect. Depending on the size of the defect, we can use 2 to 3 knotless suture anchors. And once we put these anchors onto the margin of the defect and pull the sutures before driving in the anchor, you can see how nicely the labrum can sit on the margin of the defect. And once the anchor is driven inside the hole, then both the limbs of this suture tape were cut flush so that there will be no nuts left on the face of the glenoid, which may excoriate the cartilage on the glenoid or femoral head. Now you can see how nicely the labrocapsular tissue is covering the defect and providing the stability. Thank you.